Hey everyone, and welcome back to Fine Print. Today, we start part 4 of the India series, discussing the Mughal and the Maratha empires. In the last episode, we concluded part 3 by discussing the first battle of Panipat and how Babur established Mughal rule in India. Today's episode will cover Mughal expansion in North India. In 1526, Babur officially founded the Mughal Empire by defeating the Sultan of Delhi, Ibrahim Lodi, in the first battle of Panipat. Babur's decisive victory against Lodi's formidable forces laid the foundation for Mughal rule in India. After defeating the Sultan of Delhi, Babur faced problems from a coalition of Rajput rulers, but was able to defend himself and solidify his rule over northern India. Babur established Agra as the capital of the Mughal Empire and was largely known for his efforts to consolidate territories nearby and stabilize the Mughal administration. He was also famous for his skillful leadership and military prowess, both of which allowed him to contribute to the empire's success. Babur ruled the Mughal Empire until 1530, when he was succeeded by his son Humayun as a result of his demise. Humayun was born on March 6, 1508 in Kabul, Afghanistan, before the Mughal Empire was established. After Babur's death, Humayun ascended the throne at the age of 23. In his initial ruling days, Humayun faced various challenges from Afghan and Rajput kingdoms, his biggest rival being Sher Shah Suri of Afghanistan, whom he lost to in the Battle of Chausa. Soon after, Humayun was defeated once again at the Battle of Kannauj in 1540, causing him to flee India, leading to the momentary collapse of the Mughal Empire. Humayun sought exile in Persia under the Safavid Empire. During this time period, Humayun worked on strengthening his foreign relations and building alliances. Soon, with the assistance of the Persian Shah, he was able to congregate an army and reclaim his throne in 1555. Humayun was able to reclaim Delhi and re-establish Mughal authority in northern India. His ruling period was recognized by his efforts to rebuild and re-establish the Mughal Empire. He implemented many reforms to strengthen the empire and improve governance around the empire. Tragically, Humayun died in an unfortunate fall from the stairs of his library in Delhi, leading to his son Akbar taking the throne in 1556. His tomb site, known as Humayun's Tomb, remains a tourist attraction in Delhi even today. Akbar ascended the throne at the tender age of 13 and was initially guided by his mentor. Akbar's reign began in 1556 with his victory in the Second Battle of Panipat, where his forces defeated the powerful Hindu general Hemu, who had captured Delhi. Much of Akbar's early reign was spent consolidating Mughal power in northern India. He led many successful campaigns against multiple regional kingdoms and extended the Mughal Empire that was once centered around Agra into Gujarat, Bengal, Rajasthan, and some of central India. Although the Mughal Empire is known for ruling northern India, Akbar, later in his reign, aimed to conquer southern Indian kingdoms in the Deccan region. When it comes to Akbar's administration, he focused on centralizing power and strengthening Mughal authority by establishing various systems of taxing and governance. Akbar introduced the Mansabdari system, which was a system of civil administration. Mansabdars were officials who assigned ranks based on merit. Most famously, Akbar, later known as Akbar the Great, was renowned for his policy of religious tolerance that was enacted across the Mughal Empire. He worked towards establishing harmony and tolerance between the various religions of India at the time. He abolished the jizya, the tax that was placed on non-Muslims. He was also a patron of the arts, literature, and culture. His court consisted of the Navratnas, or the 9 gems, who are a group of intellectuals that served as advisors in Akbar's court, the most famous of them being Birbal, Akbar's foreign minister, with whom Akbar shared a cordial relationship. He was perhaps the wittiest of the 9 intellectuals and was named Birbal, or the quick thinker, for saving Akbar from many tricky situations. Akbar also commissioned many architectural masterpieces, such as the Agra fort, Fatehpur Sikri, and the Lahore Fort, all of which reflected Persian, Islamic, and Indian architectural styles. Akbar died on October 27, 1605, and was succeeded by his son Jahangir. He was and continues to be regarded as the best Mughal emperor, whose legacies shaped the future of the Mughal Empire for centuries to come. His religious tolerance was especially noted as contributing to the golden age of the Mughal Empire. Jahangir, earlier known as Salim, was born on August 21, 1569, to Akbar and his Rajput Hindu wife Jodha. Before ascending the throne, Salim had rebelled against his father in 1599, but eventually patched up with him. On November 3, 1605, Salim officially ascended the throne and took the name Nur-ud-Din Muhammad Jahangir, which means Caesar of the world. Jahangir's reign commenced with the execution of rivals and the consolidation of power. He continued many of his father's policies, but chose to enact some of his own, and faced many internal challenges, including a rebellion by his own son. Jahangir, like his father Akbar, was a patron of the arts, and his court became a center for Mughal miniature painting, which had begun to flourish during his reign. Under Jahangir's rule, several architectural projects, such as the Shalimar Gardens and the Jahangir Mahal, were created. Jahangir soon married Nur Jahan in 1611, and she became a prominent figure in the Mughal court, effectively holding a significant political stature in the governing of the empire. Jahangir's reign was crucial because he was the first Mughal ruler to begin formal relations with the British East India Company. In 1615, Jahangir granted the British trading rights, leading to the establishment of the first British factory in Surat. Meanwhile, Jahangir maintained diplomatic relations with the Safavid and the Ottoman empires. Towards the end of Jahangir's reign, his son rebelled against him. Although he was initially successful, the rebellion was soon crushed, and Jahangir's son Shah Jahan was soon blinded as a punishment. Jahangir died on October 28, 1627, and was succeeded by his son Khurram, later known as Shah Jahan. Prince Khurram was born on January 5, 1592, to Jahangir and his Rajput wife. After his father's death in 1627, Khurram ascended the throne as Shah Jahan, marking the beginning of one of the most culturally vibrant periods of Mughal history. Shah Jahan continued most of the policies enacted by his father and grandfather, and led various military campaigns to consolidate Mughal rule in the Deccan region, Afghanistan, and Central Asia. Although his campaigns strengthened Mughal influence, they also exhausted the empire's resources. He married Mumtaz Mahal in 1612, and they had several children, the most notable being Aurangzeb. Mumtaz died while giving birth to Shah Jahan's 17th child, and her death had a profound effect on him, as he was extremely devoted to his wife. Shah Jahan's most famous and well-known architectural achievement was and remains the Taj Mahal, which was dedicated to his wife, who was buried in the mausoleum. The Taj Mahal is considered one of the wonders of the world and remains a symbol of eternal love. Shah Jahan also commissioned the construction of the Red Fort and Jama Masjid in Delhi, and his reign is often considered the golden age of Mughal architecture. Shah Jahan developed many new urban projects and new cities, including Shah Jahanabad, known today as Old Delhi or Purani Delhi in Hindi. At the end of his reign, Shah Jahan's health began to decline, which led to a war of succession between his sons. Aurangzeb emerged victorious, and after he defeated his brothers, he imprisoned his father in the Agra fort, where Shah Jahan spent his final days until his death in 1666, when he was buried next to Mumtaz Mahal. In conclusion, the Mughal family tree started off with Babur, who was a descendant of the Mongols, and after he conquered India, he established the Mughal Empire in Agra. Soon after came his son Humayun, who was sent into exile after a consequent battle loss, but was soon able to re-establish Mughal stronghold in northern India, with the help of the Persian Empire. Next came his son Akbar, who is widely regarded as the greatest Mughal emperor in history, notably for his religious tolerance, effective leadership, and the strong patronage of the arts. After his death, his son Jahangir took the throne. Jahangir was extremely talented in warfare from a young age, and his rule was recognized as the zenith of Mughal art and architecture. He is also famous for establishing relations with the British Empire, which would later come to stab the Mughals in the back. Jahangir's son Shah Jahan was famous for his extensive military campaigns in the Deccan region, Gujarat, and Afghanistan, as well as his famous architectural commissioning of the Taj Mahal, which was built in honor of his wife. When his health began to decline, his son Aurangzeb fought against his brothers to take the throne and imprisoned his own father until his death in 1666, after which, if you liked today's episode, be sure to keep following Fine Print. On the next episode, we will discuss how the Maratha Empire gave the Mughals a tough fight and fought valiantly to remove the Mughal invaders from their land, most notable being their commander, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Until then, keep following Fine Print and keep reading between the lines.